Question over here. Is Mac Jones' times as a starter over? Yeah, I think so. And it's sad because I think Mac Jones got a raw deal. I think Mac Jones you talk about bad coaching. That was the definition of bad coaching of what happened to him. I mean, whew. Yeah. Joe Judge, Matt Patricia, Bill Belichick left them in charge of his development. Bill Belichick, he should be ashamed of himself. And we can sit here and we can say that Bill Belichick is the best coach that's ever coached in the NFL. Fine. But what he did to Mac Jones is inexcusable. And I'm not even saying Mac Jones is very good because I don't know that he is. But I know he got no coaching. He got no weapons. So it's just unacceptable. It's kind of like the whole Justin Fields thing. That people are mad about Justin Fields. Justin Fields, not good coaching. Not good coaching. Not a lot of weapons. Doesn't mean that he can play because we don't know that he can. But the one thing I know is that he hasn't been given the opportunities to succeed enough like he should. So, to me, that's crazy. Just crazy, people. Let's see. Let's move on. My man Pat Cockrell, he's upset with Jerry Jones. Why does Jerry Jones continuously choose to do absolutely nothing in free agency? I have no clue. I don't know what the Cowboys are going to do. It sounds like they're going to lose their left tackle. I don't know that that's wise, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Tyron Smith is probably going to be out of there. And if he is, where does he end up? I mean, he's an older left tackle, but he's still serviceable. Who could use a Tyron Smith, who was the second team All-Pro last year? Who could use that? And again, it's not like Tyron Smith is 37, 38 years old. He isn't. I think he's 33. So, we'll see. The Steelers could use it. If they keep Broderick Jones at right tackle, the Steelers could use him. The Bears could use him. Texans couldn't use him because they got one of the best left tackles in football in Laramie Tunsil. And they tried Tyron Smith at right tackle. He couldn't do it. So there's a lot of teams that could live and use them. So Danielle Hunter on the 49ers. Would you like that move? Yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know if it's going to come to fruition, but I don't know why you wouldn't. Danielle Hunter is a good football player. Very good football player. My man Mike Yates said, if I ever got arrested, I want Kirk Cousins' agent to represent me. Give that man a Nobel Prize. Yeah, man. Kirk Cousins' agent has been doing noble work. Noble work. So the man has literally gotten him a ton of money over the last 8 years. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So, how's Kentucky going to do in the SEC tournament? I think Kentucky's playing their best basketball of the season. I wouldn't be surprised if Kentucky doesn't win this whole thing. I would not be surprised. Am I hoping for that? No, because y'all know I don't like Kentucky. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kentucky doesn't win this whole thing the way they're playing right now. Would not surprise me, not one bit. Roll Tide. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about Alabama. Alabama doesn't play near enough defense. Now, Kentucky doesn't play good defense either. But Alabama doesn't stop anybody. So, and they haven't been playing great here recently. How soon will the Chiefs have to pay their young talent Trent McDuffie. It's another couple of years. They got time. They got time. So is IU out with 18 wins? Absolutely. IU's not making the tournament unless they win the Big Ten tournament. UConn will repeat. I mean, I don't think so just because I'm going to go by the averages, but that's not a horrible take. So that's not a horrible take. Put some respect on Kentucky now. I mean, I literally just said that Kentucky could win the whole thing. How much more respect do you want? How's Kansas looking this year? Kansas isn't great. Kansas isn't great. Not to mention coming into the Big 12 tournament, they're missing their two best scorers, their two best players. They're going to get beat in the first round of the Big 12 tournament. And if they don't get those guys back for the NCAA, they're going to lose in the first round of that too. So, stop being a Kentucky hater. I've been a Kentucky hater for 48 years. I will never stop. Ever. Tar Heels look good. Tar Heels look good. I like them. They look good. So, Duke recruits next year are awesome. Yeah, they are. They are. What did y'all think about Josh Jacobs basically taking Aaron Jones' job with the Packers? And then I think Aaron Jones went to Minnesota. I don't know. Isn't Aaron Jones better than Josh Jacobs? So, I mean, I'm just saying, isn't he better? I mean, I would prefer to have Aaron. I'm not saying Josh Jacobs is a bad football player because he's not. He's good. But, I don't know. I think I would rather have Aaron Jones, although Aaron Jones is hurt a lot, but interesting. Interesting. Let's see. Jones is getting older, though. Maybe. What's my problem with Kentucky? I've never liked Kentucky. I'm a Louisville fan, so why would I like Kentucky? Just like Kentucky fans don't like Louisville. But it's hard for me to be a college basketball fan when your program that you love is so bad. Louisville is so bad. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable bad. Unbelievable. Whew. And if they don't fire Kenny Payne, it's going to be hard for me to watch college basketball. Lord have mercy. So Louisville isn't relevant. No, Louisville's not. So, Who do I think Chicago is, or I think Chicago is going to take Caleb Williams? Yes, I do. I don't think they should do it, but I think they're going to. They're going to. I think they're going to take Caleb Williams. Somehow they're going to trade. I don't know who's going to trade for Fields. Somebody will give them something. But they've screwed up that market. I mean, they could have traded Justin Fields before now, but trying to play poker. But maybe they won't. Because, again, I'm on record saying keep Fields, draft Harrison, get you a tackle at 9, and let it ride. That's what I think. But they won't do it. They won't do it. They're going to trade Fields to somebody. And, again, it's not like Fields is a horrible player. He's got talent. We don't know if he can play yet, but he's got talent. So, but I like him. My man, Charlie Miller. Do you think the Packers made the right move by releasing Aaron? No, I don't. I know people saying he's getting older. Jacobs is younger. But Aaron Jones is a better player than Josh Jacobs. Now, the problem, though, and I can see where people are saying, is Jacobs doesn't get hurt near like Aaron Jones. And you're right. That's the problem. Aaron Jones he's hurt all the time. So, but you knew that. And he signed him anyway, but I don't know. Maybe it makes sense. I know Jones is better out of the backfield than Jacobs, but I don't know. I don't know. That's a good one. Eagles need to go get defense for now and pick up T. Higgins. T. Higgins is not going anywhere. T. Higgins is not going anywhere. T. Higgins had to say that he wanted to trade. That's what you're supposed to say. You know what I'm saying? When you get franchised, you want a long-term deal, you're supposed to say, I want traded. The Bengals are not trading him. That's not going to happen. So if T. Higgins wants to play football next year, it's going to be in Cincinnati. Unless somebody comes along and says, hey, we'll give you 2 second rounds or a first and a third, then yeah, we'll trade T. Higgins. If not, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere until after the season. The Bengals have basically already come out and said that. They franchised him. They're not talking to him about an extension. So if you're going to play, you're going to play here. And that's it. And as much as I hate the franchise tags for players because I think it sucks, at some point, making $21 million in a season can't be horrible. That's not horrible. So, I just at some point you gotta make some tough decisions with your life and just say, you know what, I get it, but I'm gonna end up making $21 million. I can figure some stuff out with my life. So I don't think he's mad that he has to play. I think he's mad that he didn't get a long-term deal. So, and here's the thing. Do we think that T. Higgins is a true number one? Because we got into this argument yesterday. People said that T. Higgins is a top 15 receiver in the league. I don't think that he is. Maybe top 20, but I don't think he's top 15. I'd like him. I think he's a really good player. But top 15? Nah, no. Not top 15. And that's just goes to show you how many good wide receivers are in the National Football League. You think back 10 years from now, or 10 years ago, a guy like T. Higgins, absolutely he's in the top 15 of receivers with what he can do. But now, with so many receivers out there, yeah, no. Top 20? Yeah, I'll give you the top 20. But he's not top 15. And again, that's not saying he's bad. So that's not saying he's bad. That just means there's 15 guys better. That's all. Who's going to get Calvin Ridley? And don't say the Chiefs. The Chiefs are not going to pay Calvin Ridley. But who's going to get Calvin Ridley? Is he going to go back to Jacksonville? I don't think so. I don't think so. So they said the Raiders. Ridley going back to Atlanta? No, that's not going to happen. Buffalo or the Jets? I like that. I like Buffalo or the Jets for Calvin Ridley. I would like Buffalo. Do we think that Stephon Diggs is going to stay in Buffalo? Or do we think that's over with? So, Ridley to Denver, I mean, if they give him the money, I guess, but who's Denver's quarterback going to be? I mean, who is Denver's quarterback going to be? So, Marcus Mariota is going to the Commanders. Does anybody care? I mean, my man Seth has got him going to the Commander. Not him, but my man Seth on YouTube is reporting it. I mean, Mariota, did we all think that Mariota was going to be a good quarterback when he came into the league? I wasn't one of those guys. I thought that kind of his career, the way that it is kind of how it would be. Really good in college. What he did in college was not going to translate to the NFL, and it hasn't, but he could be a backup for a long time. Hey, man, I know people bash on a backup quarterback in the National Football League is one of the best jobs literally in the world. Literally. A backup quarterback, the second string quarterback in the National Football League is one of the best jobs in the world. I mean, you think about it. You have no pressure. People don't think that you're very good. That's why you're the backup. More often than not, you're making a couple $1,000,000. You don't get the wear and tear on your body, and you can do that for a long time. Like, think about Mariota. Mariota could do this another 7, 8 years. Look at a guy like Chase Daniel. He was around forever.